What's up, guys? This is Blue Lightning back with another beginner's guide and a deck analysis. This time we have the agents. Um, Also, just wanted to point out, if you guys have any suggestions or any way that you guys want these um, deck profiles or beginner's guides to be more active and more and better, just let me know down in the comments. Um, Without further ado, let's get into it. Now, we know, for us veteran players, we all know the agent deck. It's a deck that's based on the solar system and the different planets. Um, they kind of go hand in hand with the Herald archetype. So let's start off with the boss monster himself, Master Hyperion. You basically banish the agent monster from anywhere and then special summon him. If Sanctuary is on the field, you get to um, well, if Sanctuary is not on the field, you get to blow up. You can banish a agent monster or a fairy monster and blow up something. But if you have Sanctuary on the field, you can do it up to twice per turn. And then we have the new dark version of Hyperion. Mind you, I haven't pulled this deck out in a long time, so you can special summon this card from the hand or grave by banishing an agent monster from anywhere. Any battle damage you take from battles involving your fairy monsters is also inflicted to your opponent. Once per turn, you can banish a fairy monster from your hand or grave, and then target a card in the grave and banish it. And then, if Sanctuary is on the field or in the grave, you can do it up to twice per turn. So this is like a DD Crow, essentially. Whoops, my bad. Splendid Venus, not an agent monster, but it is part of the planet series. There's like 3 or 4 cards, maybe 5 cards that have to do with the planet series, and they're all from the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX manga, and they were adapted into the actual TCG. One of the dark agents, Uranus, Entropy. Sanctuary is on the field. You can special this card from the hand. Once per turn, you can send an agent monster from your deck to grave if you do. So this is a Foolish Burial, and depending on the monster, it increases the level by that monster. One of the best tuners and best cards in Agents is Earth. If it's normal summon, you can add an agent monster. If Sanctuary's on the field, you can add Master Hyperion from your deck to your hand instead. Neptune, one of the newer agents. You can discard this card, special summon an agent monster from your hand or grave except him, or if Sanctuary is on the field or in the grave, you can special one Hyperion monster instead. Neither player can contribute a monster summoned with this effect until the end of your opponent's turn. If this card is banished, you can add a Sanctuary from your deck to your hand. So this is a searcher as well as being able to summon Hyperion directly from the deck. Jupiter, the Agent of Miracles. Now, what I'm going to show you isn't all of the agent monsters, just some of the ones that I currently still have. Jupiter, you can banish an agent monster from the grave and target a light fairy monster you control. It gains 800 attack to the end phase, or into the end of the turn. Once per turn, you can discard a fairy, then target a banished light fairy and special it. Sanctuary must be on the field to activate and resolve this effect. So you're going to get that a lot. A lot of cards, they have to have Sanctuary on the field, or other decks, they need a field spell on the field in general. Venus, you pay 500 life points to summon a mystical shine ball. Sanctuary on the sky, Sanctuary in the sky. You take no battle damage involving fairies. One of the Parsath cards. This acts like Sanctuary while it's on the field or in the grave. Fairy monsters on the field gain a power up by 300. Set spells and traps cannot be disturbed by card effects, and neither player can target them with card effects. Once per turn, you can target a total of 3 fairies and or counter traps with different names in the grave. Place them on top of your deck in any order. So this helps you, especially if you're running counter fairies. You can use this to just, get your counter traps easier. Sacred Waters. You can activate a Sanctuary directly from your deck, or add a monster that mentions it from your deck to your hand. Then if Sanctuary is on the field or in the grave, you can gain 500 life points for each Hyperion and agent monster you control. If your monster that mentions Sanctuary in the sky would be disturbed by battle, you can banish this card from your grave instead. So this protects your Sanctuary as well as activates it. If you're running fairies, specifically agents, you should be running 3. My own personal version, I have 2, so that's why I only have 2. The counter trap. You have to have Sanctuary on the sky on the field, and to negate pretty much anything. Fallen Sanctuary. One of the better traps that they made for fairies. When this card is activated, you can set a Sanctuary or one spell and trap that mentions it directly from the deck. This card's name becomes Sanctuary. While on the field or grave, you can banish one fairy from your grave, then target an effect monster your opponent controls, negate its effects to the end of the turn, even if this card leaves field. So this is a monster negate. Let's get into the extra deck. Master Flare Hyperion. You can send an agent monster or one monster that mentions Sanctuary from your hand deck or extra deck to the end phase. This card's name becomes that monster's original name and replaces this effect with that effect. When your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, you can banish one fairy from your hand or grave, then target a card on the field and banish it. So this pretty much gets an effect based on what you send, and it banishes anything when your opponent activates a card or effect. Executor of the Underworld Pluto. It's always treated as an agent. Once per turn, you can banish a monster from the grave and target an effect monster on the field, change it to face down defense. This is a quick effect. If you have Sanctuary on the field or in grave, you can banish this card from the grave and add one Sanctuary from your deck or grave to your hand. So essentially, this is just recycling power. And then the Agent of Protection, Moon. When it's link summoned, you can send Sanctuary or one card that mentions it from your deck to your grave, or if Sanctuary is on the field or in grave, you can add Earth from your deck or grave to your hand instead. You can tribute a fairy monster, then target a card your opponent controls and destroy it. So this is removal as well as getting your agents out, specifically your tuner. But yeah, that's it for agents. Smash the like button and subscribe. Catch you on the flip side. And again, if you guys want more content and you guys want to see better videos, let me know in the comments.